Hi, I'm Stacey. Welcome to the kitchen of my old Kentucky home. Today on Bourbon and Biscuits, we're going to be making two recipes that your guests will go nuts for. We'll be making a bourbon pecan pie, and Jessica will be pairing that with a pecan Manhattan. Let's get started. For our bourbon pecan pie, here's what we'll need. 1 unbaked pastry shell, 2 cups of pecans, 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of sorghum, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla, a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons butter, 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour, and 2 tablespoons of fine Kentucky bourbon. Now, you may know pecan pie as a Southern tradition, and in Kentucky, what makes it additionally distinct is that extra touch of Kentucky bourbon. Today, we're going to take it up one more notch Kentucky style and be adding sorghum to this recipe as well. So, very simple recipe. We're basically going to mix everything and put it in our unbaked pie crust, which you can certainly make homemade. Today I cheated and we just have a store-bought version. So first thing we're gonna do is just crack our eggs. I've already taken our 2 tablespoons of melted, or butter, excuse me, and popped that in the microwave, so that's already ready for us. I'm just gonna lightly beat these. And off camera, I already took the time to chop the pecans. You don't have to do them fine. I like to see some of them almost still whole, the way they rise to the top once we bake this off. Okay, as I said, we're basically just going to dump and mix. So we have our 2 tablespoons of butter, our 2 tablespoons of flour, our 2 tablespoons of bourbon, our teaspoon of vanilla, which I also used a bourbon vanilla, so it'll have an extra kick. Pinch of salt. I like a good balance in mine, so I might put 2 pinches. Cup of sugar. 2 cups of the chopped pecans. And then last but not least, this locally produced Kentucky sorghum. We've done another episode cooking with sorghum. I believe we did chicken wings. It's great in pies and all kinds of different cakes as well. And then my favorite, I think I said on that episode, was to mix it in a little butter, pat of butter, and serve it on a biscuit, which was pretty much something my grandparents did every day of the week. Now, I also have to tell you while I'm stirring this up that my dad's been gone over a decade now. This was his absolute favorite pie, and Thanksgiving was his absolute favorite holiday to have it. I think we'd have it at Christmas too, but he always preferred Thanksgiving to any other holiday because he said it was just all about the food and fellowship. No gifts needed. None of the other things that stress people out sometimes about Christmas. Just being together and eating really great food, which is what Kentucky is certainly all about. Okay, this is smelling super good. Wish you could smell it. And that's it. That's all it takes. We're just gonna pour this into our pie shell. This over here. I've got an oven that has preheated to 325. And we're just gonna take it over there and cook it about 45 minutes until a little golden brown on the top. So while we put this in the oven, we're gonna go to Jessica. She's gonna also be using pecans in her recipe today. She'll be making a pecan Manhattan.
Today I'm going to be making the cocktail version of Stacey's pecan pie. We're going to do a pecan Manhattan. So traditionally in Manhattan you'd use sweet vermouth, but today we're going to be using Rivulet, which is actually a local Louisville company that makes this pecan liqueur. So this is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to do 2 ounces of bourbon. And then we're going to do 1 ounce of the pecan liqueur. This stuff is really delicious. It's actually very good on its own as well, but everything's better with bourbon. And I'm going to do a couple dashes of orange bitters. This one actually comes in a little eyedropper, which is extra fun. And we're gonna give this a stir. We just want to get everything nice and chilled, mixed together, and diluted just a little bit. smells really good. You can really, the pecan liqueur just smells great. All right, so we're just gonna strain this into a coupe glass. And for garnish, I'm just gonna do a couple of these bourbon soaked cherries. And there you go, it is a Pecan Manhattan.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you just already, the head of that, the aroma is all pecan flavored.
And it's not like pecan flavor, it truly tastes like pecans, isn't it good?
That is amazing.
Yeah, so it's, like I said earlier, it's Rivulet, it's a local brand, so it's made in Louisville.
Hello.
And it does have a limited distribution. I want to say maybe like 8 states, mostly southern, but I guess if you can't find it at home, you'll have to just come to Louisville to grab some.
Or if you know somebody in Louisville, what a great gift
Oh,
that
absolutely.
would be. A great
Yeah.
holiday. I love the bottle even.
It's perfect for this time of year.
It really is. Speaking of this time of year, I think I have my new holiday cocktail. I know I'm going to be using that and pairing it with this. Like I said, this pie is just special to me. My dad's been gone over 10 years now, and this is just going to be a nice holiday memory, thinking of him. So thank you.
Absolutely. Let's raise a glass to your dad.
Cheers to Dad. And cheers to you.
And we'll see you next time on Bourbon
And biscuits.
Cheers.